the most important moments that drew me into the movement, that connected me to F.O.R. was reading Dr. King's speech at Riverside Church. I think it has a number of different titles, but it was that moment that he declared his opposition to the Vietnam War. Well, Dr. King says something in that speech where he goes, on one hand, we're called to be the Good Samaritan, and on the other hand, we're called to change or transform the Jericho Road and change the edifice that produces beggars. And my only qualm is that there are not enough people that are doing edifice changing work, right? Mm-hmm. They're just kind of, I mean, the Good Samaritan approach is necessary and right, and it's the appropriate response. But what distinguishes F.O.R. to me is that it's been challenging the systemic issues. It's been rooted in an analysis of the edifice, and that's what nonviolence is about. The
thing that's significant also about F.O.R. is that we don't operate in this way where you have to do one or the other. That in fact, the reason why F.O.R. is particularly positioned to challenge that is because we have the fellowship.
Right.
Because we have the people power. If we don't have the people power, we don't have a way of supporting someone who's a tax resistor who might have a lien put on their house.
Right.
If we don't have the people power, we don't have a way of saying, you know what, we understand you were trying to get across the border and you couldn't. Let's make some phone calls. We're going to be here with you. We have the people power when someone goes and they decide to have a protest because things are being torn down in their communities, to back that up in order to affect the systemic change. But there's a piece also that separates us, and I think it's that no matter what your faith background or what your religious background, there's always sort of a space within F.O.R. for you to organize around those issues which are important to you at a local level. And that I think actually is the most significant piece of F.O.R. because there are actually a number of organizations who do work around cultural change or who look at policy or who look at systems. But the fact that we can bring together someone who is atheist, someone who's animist, someone who's Muslim, Christian, Jewish at the same table and do that work collectively and to look at those different sort of tentacles of this octopus of a machine that we work within and say, this is our collective strategy. That's powerful.